It has been a crazy week. I've been trying to get my house ready for sale, and I really haven't had much time for hiking. There's been a lot going on. So I thought I would run up here to Deuel Creek in Centerville. It's about as easy as a hike as you can get to. And there's a waterfall and there's a rope swing. The waterfall's not very big. The trail's not terribly hard. There's a few spots that you need to watch, and I definitely would bring water. It is ridiculously hot today. It's like 95 degrees, 96 degrees. It feels hotter than that. This one's really easy to get to. You come right up 100 south, all the way up to the top, and you park along the road. You can't park up at the fire road because there's no parking and they'll ticket you. So anyway, I'm gonna get started. So you'll just head all the way up to this gate, and at the gate you're gonna turn right. At the gate, this area right here, you're gonna go right up this dirt road. You can actually drive up here to the parking lot, but the road gets a little rough and I'd rather just walk it than beat up my car. So I just walk. And if you look over there, I don't think that's Mueller Park, but I think it's one canyon over. North Salt Lake is on fire. You can see it. You got a nice view of Bountiful right below us. But that fire looks like it's spreading out of control, so we'll keep an eye on that. Now up the road you'll see this gate, and this is private property, so don't go over there. I think it's a water storage. I don't know how well you're gonna see the fire behind me. When I spotted this, it was just a little smoldering fire, and now it looks like it's taken right off. So I'm gonna have to keep a watch on this. I don't want to get caught. I'm several mountains away, but still. Anyway, it's turning into quite a little blaze. So here I am at the actual trailhead. This is about a third of the mile from down on the 100 South where I parked. You basically just walk a big U shape, which brings you right back to the canyon head. And here's the actual trail. We'll get started on this now. Down below you can see the water reservoir that's private property. And about half a mile in, you get some really nice shade, which is great because it is so hot out here today. It's late August and there is still a ton of water coming down this canyon. So I'm really excited for the waterfall. This is fun for kids. There's only one treacherous spot, but not too bad. It looks like somebody's come and done some work. As long as you watch your step. The trail is about like this the whole way. There's a cool rope swing up here and some other stuff. So very, very cool. So in my opinion, this section right here is the most treacherous part of the entire hike. It's got loose sand and you just have to watch your step. So if you have little kids, I'd keep them real close because it's probably not a steep drop, but enough to hurt them, and it'd probably slide quite a ways. So like I said, this section's the most dangerous part of the entire hike. You have these really cool little pools that you can splash around in. The water is nice and cold. People have built little wading pools and mini dams. Very, very pretty area. Here's one of the bigger wading pools that you can actually splash in. Water again is really, really cool and refreshing. A lot of water for this time of year. I'm really surprised. The trail continues on. There's paths about almost 3/4 of a mile. Very pleasant, very quiet. Great place if you need to think. It has been a rough week for me, so this is where I can go and just kind of clear my head and just look at life and go, none of that matters. This river will still flow. These trees will still grow, you know. It's just awesome to be out here. There's a couple of these really cool stick bridges. They've been reinforced with mesh, but you still need to use care. Easy to trip on. This is probably the most difficult part of the hike. You have to kind of scale just a little bit. Not too bad. My kids have done it. Just a little light scaling across the rocks. Right here we have the lesser Deuel Creek Falls. Again, there's a lot of water for this time of year. Last year this was a trickle at this point in time. Moving pretty good. So I moved about 0.9 of a mile. Temperatures dropped to real pleasant, about 80 right here. Not a lot of elevation gain, a little bit of scrambling, lots of water. Very, very pretty. Again, this is just a great hike if you don't have a lot of time, you just need to get out. I usually do it a few times a year. I'm so happy I've been cleared to do this stuff again. And there is so much cover that it's almost dark up here. And the water just keeps the whole area nice and cool. This is a nice change of pace to get out of the valley where it's just ridiculously hot right now. I don't do well in the hot weather. About, I don't know, 1.2, you get up into this scrub brush, a little more light than before, and it warms up a little bit because you move away from the water. Still really, really pretty. Now, I don't believe it's legal to actually camp and have a fire. I think you can tent up here, but as I understood it, no campfires. But I'm not sure on that. I've never actually had a fire, but clearly people are. Trees. And I don't know what these are. I need to spend some time learning what all my trees are. A little wetter up here. There's a lot of snake grass. At least that's what I call it. I don't know what the right term is. You can correct me in comments if you do. But very, very pleasant campsite. There is the rope swing. This is a lot of fun. It will support an adult male. I'm 200 pounds. I've rode on it. I've been here with some bigger women. They've rode on it. Pretty fun. Hard to film when it's just you. I don't know if I'll be able to get some footage, but still a good time. Worth the hike. We're at about 1.5 miles from the road. Now, if it'll support me, it'll support most anyone. So definitely take a break and swing on the rope if you get a chance. Cooling off up here, we've got more water. Turned into some really, really tall, what I think are cottonwoods and pine trees. A little cave area. I know people like to camp right here. Very, very cool. We're getting closer. We have another campsite right here. People have been having fires, obviously. I've seen some Cub Scout groups up here. Good place to take the pack away. We're at the 2 mile mark. We're getting close to the waterfall. And I've cut myself because I can't see. Got some eye problems and it's a little dark. I'm having trouble judging the height difference, but the average person would have no trouble on this hike at all. It is just gorgeous and green and calm, and I haven't seen another person on the trail. So I'm just enjoying the heck out of it. Onward. This is the 3rd campsite. I forgot about this one. And it's rather nicely done, probably built by a Boy Scout troop. Again, I don't think you're allowed fires, but I think people are doing it anyway. But maybe it's just seasonal. I'm really not sure. I should probably look into that. You can almost hear it up there. We're at 2.15 miles. Some rock features. A lot more pine trees now. The vegetation's getting a little thicker. It's about 80 degrees. Nice and cool from the water. Again, this year, more water than normal. So that's made it really nice. Need to cross right here where there's a little rock bridge. Gets a little hairy right here. Just watch your step. not too bad if you're careful about it. There it is, Deuel Creek Falls. It's about 2.5 miles from the road to this point. I'll get up closer to the waterfall. Very pleasant, very cool right here, very nice. This is a great place to think. If you need to unwind, if you broke up with the love of your life, whatever you need to do, this is a good place to do it. There's 2 people sitting on top of the waterfall. They're the first 2 I've seen all day. So, pretty, what's the word I'm looking for? Pretty desolate, or pretty, well, you're alone out here anyway. So, I'll get close to the waterfall, take some pictures. You can take a path and get up on top of the waterfall, or you can go down below and walk right up to it. Again, you got to use care. This gets pretty sketchy. I grabbed a tree and it was covered with pine sap, so be aware some of these trees are full of sap and you're gonna get sticky if you touch them. I know, don't touch the trees, right, Derek? Better view of the waterfall. You can get right up to it. Get up here. This is the final hike. 2.6 miles from the road. A nice 5-mile hike on the way up and back, roughly, maybe a little bit further, closer to 6 if you, depending on where you start and how far to get to the camp. It is so nice up here. It feels like central air. Well worth the hike. Just gorgeous. So I am right up on the waterfall, and it is very, very slick. So be careful when you get up here. You can see the ground is wet and mossy. It's a lot of water, and it feels just great. Beautiful rocks, trees. Looks like the way down is much faster than the way up, and very easy to get down on this hike. Great hike, had a great time. I highly recommend it. If you like the site, please subscribe to the page. Could definitely use the help, and I'll see you on the next video. Okay, so I started my watch a little late, but the round trip on this was about 5.2 miles. And so if I would started this early, it'd probably be more like 5.4, 5.5, I'm not sure. Very fun hike. It took me a total of 2.5 hours, and I went very slow. I think the average person could probably do it in about the same, maybe a little faster. So worth doing, easy to get to, very, very fun. I would bring your families. It looks like it's dog friendly. And again, hit that subscribe button for us, and I'll talk to you later.